Right, class. Today we will be looking at doing some triangle inequalities. We want to determine if side lengths will make a triangle. We would like to set a range of sides so I'll know what can and cannot make a triangle. And then we want to list things in order according to side lengths and angles, from like least to greatest, greatest to least. Okay, so today, when we look at this, the first thing we're going to look at is it a triangle? Can I take these three sides and determine if I can make a triangle or not? So what we want to do is we want to take our short side, our second short side. So take the two smallest or shortest sides that you are given and add them up and make sure that we are greater than the big side. So when I look at question 1, the two smallest sides are 8 and 17. So I want to take 8 plus 17. I got to be bigger than my biggest side here, which is 24. If you take 17 and you add 8, you're going to get 25. Is 25 greater than 24? And the answer is yes. So we can make a triangle with those three sides. Okay. In the next example 2, we have two sides that are the same. So they just happen to be our shortest sides. Okay. So we're going to take our 3 plus our 3 being greater than 7. So if you take 3 plus 3, you get 6. Is 6 greater than 7? And the answer is no. So we do not have a triangle. So there is no triangle that I can make with those two sides, or those three sides. And then in the last one, the two smalls, add them up. And this is just allowing me to check to see if we can make a triangle with the three sides given. So I would take my 41 plus my 7 has to be greater than 35. So 41 plus 7 is 48. And 48 is bigger than 35. So we can make a triangle with those three sides. So if we are being asked if we can make a triangle with three sides, this is all we've got to do is take your two smallest sides and add them up and make sure you're bigger or greater than the big side you've got. Okay, now moving on. Finding a third side range. So essentially what I want to do is I want to make a range of values that I know can make a triangle. Okay, so it's going to look like this when I get done. It's going to be a small number with my X in the middle to represent my side. And then I'm going to have a large number. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to make our answer look like this, but I have to be able to get the small number and the large number. So what I'm going to do is you're going to take your two sides that you're given and you are going to subtract them. So I'm going to take 11 minus 3. And that's going to give me a side number answer of 8. Then I'm going to take my 11 plus my 3. That's going to give me my 14. So that's going to give me my small number and my big number. Okay, so we're going to start with the small number. My small number there was 8, less than, here's my side. This is what that X is representing. Then I'm going to put that less than symbol again, and I'm going to put my big number here. So all this right here is saying is as long as I have a side length bigger than 8, but less than 14, I can make a triangle using these two sides and that third side. So that's really all that little inequality is telling me. It's giving me a range of values, a range of numbers that I can use to help me determine what can and what cannot make me a triangle. So on number 5, we will go subtract them. So take 31 minus 28. That is going to give me 3. And then I want to take the 31 plus my 28. And that's going to give me 59. Okay. So then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to write my inequality that's going to represent all the possible lengths that I can have. Small number, my X to represent my side, and then my 59. So if you'll look, as long as I have a side length bigger than 3, but less than 59, I can use it with these two sides and actually make me a triangle. Okay. And on the third one, we will do the same thing. Now the thing is, when you subtract, you always want to start with your biggest side first because we do not want negative links in sides. So you got your 24. I'm going to take away my 7. Okay, so that's going to give me 17. And then I'm going to add 24 plus my 7. And that's going to give me 31. All right. Then we're going to go write our inequality. Small number first, less than sign, your X to represent your side length, and then your less than with your big number. Okay. So that would represent how I could find and write an inequality to represent the third side of my triangle. Okay. Then we're going to start listing. Okay. And in order to do the listing, this is what I have to remember. The shortest side is always opposite the smallest angle. So the longest side will be opposite the largest angle. Now, one thing I want to remind you of, you notice you've got 2 angles here, but you don't have that third one. So we want to find that third one just to make sure, is it really the biggest angle or is it somewhere in between or will it be the smallest angle? I need to know this angle measure. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to take my 59 and I'm going to add that 53. That's going to give me 112. Then I want to take 180 degrees and subtract my 112. So my missing angle would be 68 degrees. Okay. Now, the question is, order the sides from greatest to least. So I want the longest side first. So when I do that, I go find the biggest angle, which would be my 68, straight across or opposite that angle is the side of EF. So that would be my longest side. Now, I don't know how long it is right now, but I know it will be the longest side. Then the next one, I want to go to the middle angle, which would be my 59. 59 is the middle angle, so that'd be the middle side is across from it, which would be the side of DF. Then I want the shortest or the least side. So that's where we go find the smallest angle that we've got. Go to the side that is opposite that, and that would be the side of DE. Okay. So what we've done is we've actually kind of analyzed that triangle and used our angles to help us list our sides. You will not be able to tell me how long they are, though, because you won't know right now. But you do know that the longest side is going to be across from that biggest angle. Okay. So when I go and do the next one, we're going to do our angles. So we're just going to kind of work in backwards order. Okay. Your smallest angle is always opposite the shortest side. Okay. Smallest angle is always opposite the shortest side. And your largest angle is always opposite the largest angle is opposite the the longest side. Okay, so when I look at this, notice sometimes you got to watch how they want it listed. Order the angles from least to greatest. So I want to start with the smallest angle. Remember, smallest angle is across from or opposite the shortest side. So when I'm looking at my three sides, 17 is the smallest side that I've got. You're going to go to the angle opposite that, and that's going to be that angle C. Okay. Then you want to go to the middle side. The middle side here would be 20. So that's going to be my middle angle. Go directly opposite that side, and you're going to come up with angle A, being the one in the middle. And then, of course, my biggest angle is going to be across from that biggest side, which is 24. So we're going to go opposite that side, and that would become angle B. Okay, so that's what we're going to work on today, and then work on some mid-segment stuff tomorrow.